In this video, we're talking about how to make money online without paying anything. Does that sound a little too good to be true? Well, in fact, there are many legitimate ways that you can make money online without paying anything. Let's get into it. Hey, this is Marley Jaxx. I want to share with you today some of the marketing strategies that I've used that are low investment, low risk, and potentially high reward. Next, I want to give you the framework to introduce mass audiences to your content and ascend them into your high-ticket offers month after month. And after that, I'm going to share with you a case study of one of my videos that I made 4 years ago. Haven't touched it since, but is making passive income for me. So I'm going to share with you that so that you can get some ideas for how you can implement the same thing too. I'm going to give you a list of marketing strategies that you can use that are low investment, low risk, and potentially high reward. Some of these are completely organic, meaning you're not spending anything. And some of these you may choose in the future, if you want to scale them even further, that you can put some ad spend into it. I'll tell you that when I first started my business, I didn't really have money to spend. I bootstrapped all the way to now what I have is a 7-figure business. So the first way I did that was through social media. And you can choose what platforms you might want to be on. Maybe you're on Facebook, maybe you're on Pinterest, maybe you're on a variety of many different social media platforms, and they can all work together to generate an audience, generate leads, and sell into your products or services. So with social media, the main thing you're going to want to do is to generate leads by telling your story, by sharing your content, positioning yourself as the expert in your niche. And in every social media post, you can also have a call to action showing people where they can get more value, whether you're sending them to another video or to your website or to something that you're selling. The next one on the list, and one that you're probably familiar with because you're here right now, is YouTube. YouTube is one of my favorite low investment, low risk strategies because you make a video once and that video can be still shown to your audience members for years to come. And I'll get into that a little bit more later because I'm going to share with you a case study of a video that I made back in 2016 that is generating passive income for me to this day. The benefit with YouTube is that it's not just a social media platform, it is a search engine. You ever notice that whenever you go to Google or to YouTube, you type in a question and the answer can come up in the form of a video? Now, what if you could answer people's questions that they might be searching for related to your expertise or your niche, your product or service, and in that video you provide them so much value, you blow their mind, and then you have a link towards where they can maybe take the next step, whether that's going to your website or joining your email list. The next marketing strategy that's free and has pretty high rewards is to be an affiliate. Affiliate marketing is basically when you can recommend someone else's product or service and you have a special link that when people purchase or sign up for that through your link, you get a kickback. Maybe you make a certain percentage of commission because you've recommended that customer to them. There's a lot of benefits to this, especially because you can be posting about this organically on any of your platforms or using any of these strategies that I'm sharing. And the other benefit is that you don't have to be the one to fulfill it because you're recommending maybe a course or a software or a book, and that it's going to be the other business that they get to generate that lead and that customer, and they're just giving you a percentage for that introduction. The next free marketing strategy that you can utilize is podcasting. Whether it's your podcast or being a guest on someone else's podcast, you can go on those podcasts, you can share content where you can lead them into your products or services. I love being a guest on other people's podcasts. It's fun to interact with them and learn more about their business and about their audience. And in being a guest on someone else's podcast, I'm being introduced to their audience that they're advertising to, and they're promoting the podcast that they had me as a guest on to anyone that's following them. It's a great benefit because I get so much exposure to an audience that may have never otherwise known about me. Now, of course, utilizing your own podcast, if you're building an audience and you're continuously putting out this valuable content in your podcast, every single podcast should have a call to action at the end of it where you're leading them into something where maybe they can sign up or get more value or purchase something from you. The key here is that in every strategy that you utilize, you implement something called a lead magnet. A lead magnet is where you attract that lead, that person that may potentially become a customer, by giving them something of value, and in exchange, you get their email address. So let's say if you're like, hey, I'd love to give you this free ebook or checklist or video series or webinar, and you can just come to this page to sign up for it. Now you can send them to something free, you can also send them to something paid, but typically you want to build that relationship by building value before you ask for the sale. So you have a page, get them to opt in, and now from there you can continue to nurture that lead through email marketing. I'd love to know, how many of these marketing strategies are you currently using? Or is there something that you're using that's free and bringing you an ROI that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments comments below. So now that you know how to utilize those free marketing strategies, I also want to introduce you to a framework that I've created that will introduce mass audiences to your content, and it can ascend them in your value ladder all the way from front end to high ticket. The infinite cash flow loop is a system where every single piece of your value ladder, and a value ladder is basically the range of your service offerings or your products or service from the lowest price to the highest price. Now, having an infinite cash flow loop means that at every step of your value ladder, you're offering them a way to get more value and ascend to the next step. I'll give you an example, and at the end of this video, I'm also going to give you the whole sequence that will show you how you can implement this in your video. So for many people, the first tier of their infinite cash flow loop is a low ticket, low investment offer. So maybe your audience signs up for a small course that's like $37. But at the end of that course, you give them the opportunity to upsell to join the next level because they've gotten so much value here that you then offer them, here's the next step that you need to get to this result. Now, I also kind of explain this as a choose your own adventure that they can say yes and join. And if they say no, that doesn't mean game over. It means there's another opportunity waiting for them at a different price point that can also help them get closer to that result. And what this is doing is it's giving your audience the opportunity to ascend in your value ladder, for you to generate more customers and nurture those customers all the way to your high ticket, and in a way that your audience is so thrilled at every step of your infinite cash flow loop that they are raving and want to buy from you. You want to learn more about the infinite cash flow loop? Well, be sure to subscribe because I'm putting out more videos specifically about how you can implement those on this channel. Now, let me share with you a case study to show you how it's possible to generate passive income even from just one video. Back in 2016, I made a video called How to Use Canva. It was a Canva tutorial. Now, Canva is a graphic design, web-based software that I had been using back then and still use to this day. It's a great software. I made a tutorial showing people how to use this because I was getting lots of questions about how can I put text on my image, or how can I create these posts or PDFs or ebooks. And so I made a video teaching people how to use it. Instead of me having to train people one-on-one all the time, I made this video, which was very convenient, and I had no idea what it would mean for my passive income in the future. Because like I mentioned earlier, YouTube is a search engine. When you title your videos based on what people are searching for, that video can be ranking at the top spots for years to come. It's not like a Facebook Live video where you might post that video and it disappears within hours. On YouTube, you can turn this into evergreen content that becomes an asset for your business for years to come. So this video I made back in 2016, I titled it based on what people were searching for. Now, this video is still ranking to this day, and when we last looked at Google Keyword Planner, we saw that Canva gets over 1 million searches per month. So wouldn't you believe that a significant amount of people searching for that happen to find my video, they watch my video, I hopefully give them a ton of value in it, and when I drop that call to action, that lead magnet at the end of the video, they're willing to click on it and join my email list because they know that I'm trustworthy and gave them value this far. Now let me show you what that means when it comes to the numbers. To this day, right now that video is getting about 18,000 organic views per month, meaning I'm not running any ad spend to it. That's just people who are organically searching for it for free in the search bar and finding my video. From that video, I have a link in the description that I have a little tracker on that I can see how many people have actually clicked through to get my lead magnet. Last time I checked that link, it told me that 5,633 people had clicked that link to get my lead magnet. That's a lot of free organic traffic. Now let's just say for numbers, and we'll take a very modest fraction of that. Let's say that 1/16 of that 5,633 people actually bought what I was selling. That's about 350 people. Now from my Canva lead magnet, I direct people into my Infinite Impact Challenge where I teach people how to use video as an army of salespeople spreading your message around the world, around the clock, perpetually forever. That challenge is $47. So if you take the 350 times $47, that's over $16,000. All coming to me completely organically and passively because of a video I made several years ago that is still ranking in the top spots of YouTube. A lot of YouTubers rely on AdSense to make money, but when you can take the power into your own hands, create your own infinite cash flow loop, and learn how to bring people from your YouTube videos into your email list to ascend into your high ticket, you're gonna be able to grow your business over and over and over again. So I mentioned earlier in this video, if you want my entire sequence of how to implement the infinite cash flow loop in your business, I have just the thing for you, and I've made it available to you for free. It's called my Infinite Cash Flow Blueprint, and it's the whole pathway to take your audience from front end to high ticket to explode your monthly revenue. So if you click the link below, you can get my Infinite Cash Flow Blueprint for free today.